So today we're going to be taking a look at Boba Fett based upon his appearance of the Star Wars Droid series, the adventures of R2-D2 and C-3PO from back in the day. And it's a good action figure for the most part. It's not entirely accurate, but it is nice that Hasbro is acknowledging the Droid series. It's not the most favorite series that has ever been made for Star Wars, but there's definitely a lot of nostalgia for it, and there's a lot of fans that wanted to see these action figures in TVC style. It is a Target exclusive in the US. I did not get this through Target. I actually picked this up in person at Forbidden Planet in London, England. It was also released alongside an R2-D2 and a C-3PO. I do not have those action figures. They're just all three of these, the Boba, the 3PO, and the R2, are just repaints of the previous TVC versions that have been released. So I'm not a huge fan of that particular C-3PO, and R2-D2. It's just not necessary to own another one. But Boba Fett, I'm always a fan of, and I'm glad to have this one for the collection. So we'll take a look at the package first. And I picked this up for about 20 pounds. And it's great. I never collected any of the Droids action figures, and it's just nice to have something with this look. And I can't say I'm the hugest fan of this show either. In fact, I've never even watched it all in one sitting, really. But I know it does have its fans out there. And I think Boba Fett was portrayed more as a good guy. And that's a whole nother subject, if Boba Fett was really a bad guy or a good guy in the original trilogy. And all three action figures, there is a Black Series 6-inch Boba Fett of the style that was released alongside these. In fact, and it is a Target exclusive, but I don't even know if those even shipped or not. I've barely seen those out and about. I've never even seen one in person, and I can't think of anybody that really owns this. I'm sure there's plenty of other reviews of YouTube of it, but it's just one of those forgotten 6-inch action figures that you don't hear about very much. And I don't think it was too easily available. I do recall that at the time the pre-orders went up, I think it sold out really quickly, and I don't think it's really been available since. And whether or not any of those pre-orders have been fulfilled, I'm not sure. And of course, this is part of the Lucasfilm 50th anniversary line, and they're about a year late on this. So that's the package. And like I said, this is just a straight repaint of the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. There is a Droids Boba Fett that was released in the 30th anniversary line. I actually think that one looks a little bit better than this one, and he also comes with his accurate accessories from the show. So choosing between this one and that one, mostly down to your personal preference. Of course, this one looks more like Boba Fett, a better helmet sculpt, and the articulation's a lot better, obviously, but if you're looking for a slightly more accurate one from the Droid series, that's probably the one to have, the 30th anniversary one. And just to show you the comparison, I also do have this Boba Fett reviewed on my channel as well, if you want to check that out. But they're just the same exact action figure. Same accessories and everything. So in terms of the articulation, it's exactly what we hope for. It has a very good ball joint in the head there. One thing I will say is it does seem like, compared to the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, that his neck stands out a little taller, almost like he has a slight giraffe neck. Seems more prevalent on the Droids Boba here than this one. It might be just my sample, Each one's a little bit different. He has hinged shoulders as well. Very good range there. Shoulder armors that actually attach to his torso there. Hinged elbows, goes past 90 degrees. Hinged wrists as well. This one goes up and down, and this one goes up and down as well. Hinged torso, technically. It's kind of restricted. Looks like mine's kind of stiff. Hinged hips, and then swivel thigh, and then hinged knees, which go past 90 degrees a little bit, and then the rocker ankles as well. And for the accessories, just comes with a signature rifle here. I forget what the model of it specifically is called. This one's just entirely cast in black, while the other one does have some brown detailing in the stock there. And it looks a little more rusty as well. And then technically his jetpack here is removable as well. I think, yeah. Mine's kind of stuck. And I've said it before, Hasbro has definitely perfected the jetpacks. Back in the day, they used to not stay in place very well, and they would fall out just from being displayed, and that's not so much the case anymore, fortunately. Of course, he has a little bit of this cape on him. He does not have a movable rangefinder, unfortunately. I've said it before in one of the recent, I think the Death Watch Mandalorian action figure. It's interesting how Hasbro, for some of the Mandalorians, they will have the movable rangefinder, and other times they will not. And unfortunately, Boba Fett does not, and will probably not have a chance for a very long time to be able to get one with it. As far as I know, the only Boba Fett that really has a movable rangefinder today is the original trilogy one from around 2004. And it was released in several times throughout the line, and it is technically released in the vintage collection as well on the Revenge of the Jedi card, I think, or one of the variants for the original Boba Fett that was released in TVC back around 2010. Something else to keep in mind too, I went through about 5 or 6 samples of these, and this was the best one of them all, but sometimes the visor is painted a little sloppy on some of the samples I've seen, where the black is off on his helmet a little bit, or it's missing some paint. So just something to keep an eye out on if you're going to buy this action figure. But other than that, that's really all there is to say. Would I recommend this for your collection? It's more of a niche item. Again, if I would recommend the Return of the Jedi one over this one, especially if you're only interested in collecting one Boba Fett for your collection. And between this one, the 30th anniversary one, whichever one's easier for you to get a hold of, I think the 30th anniversary one is just as good as this one. It has more accurate accessories, and it looks good enough for what it is. And as time goes on, it'll probably be a lot cheaper than this one as well. So I would probably recommend the 30th anniversary one over this one, but I like Boba Fett. I like to try and collect as many of them as possible, and I'm glad to have this for my collection. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this review and you found some value in it. I enjoy doing these reviews, and I hope to do more in the future. If you have not already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it, and thanks for watching.